Inside Looking Out is the second novel that I wrote. It was easy enough to write. The story just poured out of me. But on the other hand, it was probably the most difficult novel I've written because of all the emotional investment I had in the plot theme. Um, it's about my time working in corrections in the mid-70s to the mid-90s. Takes place at a detention center. In this case, this is where I introduce the Metropolitan Regional Detention Center. I did so because I didn't want to mention the name of the actual detention center that I worked at. I don't speak for all correctional officers in my book, Inside Looking Out. I speak only for myself. It's my voice. And I base it on my own experiences, how I interpreted the incidents that I witnessed and was part of during my tenure there. We start with the main character, David Evans, who wants to get a career rather than just a job, and a friend of his suggests that he apply for this as a correctional officer in this new detention center built at the periphery of their old neighborhood. The public had been told one thing about the building of this new institution, but the reality was quite different. And from that point on, once David is being hired, we see through his eyes what the culture in the jail is like, in this detention center, what it's like from dealing with violent inmates to dealing with fellow staff and dealing with management. And there's the political tension between management and the union. A big part of the book is centered around an incident that actually took place, and I'm fairly close to the truth when I wrote about it. Well, actually, what I wrote about was the truth as I know it to be, and it can be checked out in public records. I mean, it really happened. I don't want to give too much away. I want you to read the book, but it was political, it was legal, it hinged on not only legal points, but in retrospect, points of morality, subjects that I hadn't really looked into until after it all happened, and then talking about what had happened with my former colleagues 30 years after. At least my world perspective has changed incredibly since I left the Ministry of Correctional Services.